Three separate videos have emerged on social media showing American fighter jets going down. The US military has confirmed that 3 American F-15 fighter jets were down, and attributed the incident to friendly fire. However, Iran has rejected this explanation, and Iranian military commanders are outright claiming that Iranian missile system successfully shot down 3 American fighter jets. It is to be noted that if Iran deployed its S-300 system near its western border, it could technically have the range to reach Kuwaiti airspace, given the approximate 200 to 250 kilometers separation. Prime Minister Modi chaired the Cabinet Committee on Security meeting to review the West Asia situation. The CCS meeting discussed Iran's ongoing strikes, regional escalation, and the safety of Indian expatriates. Reliance Defence, in partnership with the DRDO's Armament Research and Development Establishment, are developing next-generation 155mm artillery ammunition. Multiple variants are nearing final trials, testing accuracy and performance, with successful induction set to boost India's domestic capability and global supply potential. Hyderabad-based Paninian Aerospace is developing the Svayatt X-1 collaborative combat aerial vehicle, which will be offered to the Indian Air Force. Designed as a loyal wingman for platforms like the Su-30 and Tejas, the loyal wingman is progressing from basic flight testing to full combat autonomy. It will feature autonomous takeoff and landing, AI-driven mission decisions, electronic warfare, decoy operations, and strike operations in contested environments. The Indian Defence Secretary has said that India has not taken a final decision on procuring Russia's Su-57 fifth-generation fighter jet, stating that multiple technical cost and technology transfer issues remain unresolved. He reiterated that India's long-term fifth-generation fighter strategy remains centered on the indigenous AMCA by 2035, reducing dependence on foreign stealth platforms. The global race for sixth-generation fighters is already underway, and India risks falling behind if it delays action. While the AMCA induction is expected in 2035, major powers are already moving towards sixth-generation platforms, making early investment critical. Experts argue that India should commit roughly $10 billion over the next decade to begin indigenous sixth-generation research, rather than waiting for AMCA maturity, as key sixth-generation technologies will require long development timelines. The Indian Air Force plans to transform its Su-30 aircraft from a maneuver-dominant air superiority fighter into the Super Sukhoi long-range standoff sniper platform, designed for first-look, first-shot and first-kill combat, countering threats like the PL-15-equipped J-10C and J-20. The upgrade centers on a layered missile ecosystem that includes 160 km Astra Mark 1, 220 km Astra Mark 2, 250 km range Israeli Sky Sting, 350 km ramjet-powered Astra Mark 3, and 400 km range R-37M, enabling engagement of enemy fighters and high-value assets from beyond retaliation range. The Indian Navy is considering a major shift in the development and manufacturing model of the twin-engine deck-based fighter, with indications that it could follow an AMCA-like public-private partnership, or even a private-led production approach. The program is expected to exceed 60 aircraft initially, within a long-term naval requirement of around 140 deck-based fighters. The Navy views private sector participation as key to faster upgrades, better life cycle support, and greater industrial flexibility. Today's top 3 comments.